If you've always wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons but aren't sure where to begin, the D&D starter set is for you. Here we're going to walk you through everything you need to know to take on the role of a hero and embark on a journey through the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle adventure. Every game of Dungeons & Dragons has a group of players. One takes on the role of Dungeon Master, or DM, and the rest play the heroes. The Dungeon Master guides the story, takes on the role of the villains and supporting characters, and serves as the narrator and referee of rules. The players take on the role of an adventuring party, setting off on epic journeys taking them to the most unexpected places. If you've decided you want to be one of these heroes, the 5 ready-to-play character sheets found in the D&D starter set provide everything you need to get started. Each hero comes printed on their own sheet. Even though they're conveniently filled out for you, there's still plenty of room for creative freedom and making the character your own. The name, gender, personality, and physical appearance is up to you. Just be warned, choosing a name seems easy, but may end up being one of the hardest choices you'll have to make. But which hero should you choose? That all depends on the type of character you want to play, the sort of playstyle you think will suit you, and if a character's goals appeal to you. Each character found in the starter set is on a personal quest, taking them to Stormwreck Isle. It's a great story hook for your hero, and also provides some fun role-playing opportunities. So, let's get to know our characters, shall we? First, we have our Hill Dwarf Cleric. Clerics are devout individuals with the ability to channel divine magic. Divine magic is fueled from a character's faith and conviction, so many clerics receive this power from a god whose beliefs they share. Their belief is so strong, these gods see fit to let their clerics wield their power. So let's just say you're kind of a big deal, or at least your deity thinks so. Divine magic is so much fun, with the power to heal both friends and strike down foes, because life is all about balance. Hill dwarves are hardy folk, known for their sturdy frames and steadfast determination. Their bodies are so tough, they can even weather the most potent poisons, gaining resistance and advantage on saving throws against them. They don't call it dwarven resilience for nothing. There's more to our Hill Dwarf Cleric than others might think too. This particular character's personal goal is to travel to an ancient temple on Stormwreck Isle and find the key to prevent the certain catastrophic doom their deity warned them of. Oh, thanks for looking out for the rest of us. The Wood Elf Fighter is a fun combination, as Wood Elves are a passionate, reclusive bunch with an affinity for the natural world. They're naturally light on their feet, moving a little faster than their peers, and can easily take cover in the foliage of the forests they feel so at home in. Combine that with the Fighter class and you've got a fierce warrior with keen survival instincts. Fighters are skilled with a variety of weapons and armor, making them masters of martial combat. This particular fighter is armed with both a bow and sword, ready to switch hit as a keen shot without being afraid to get up close and personal. They have a lot of endurance, so while the rest of the party takes a licking, they keep on ticking. This character is destined for greatness, or at least that's what they think. They're headed to Stormwreck Isle in search of an old sage who may be able to set them on the path to glory. Up next is our human Paladin. If you have a clear sense of right and wrong, strive to do good in the world, and love being the friend who has everyone's back, you might have this Paladin's vibe down already. We won't spend too long explaining humans, as we've got a feeling you might already know a bit about those, but in Dungeons & Dragons, humans live alongside elves, dwarves and other peoples, and are motivated every day to live their best lives and be remembered for it. Paladins are righteous and courageous, having sworn an oath to a belief they commit their lives to upholding or protecting. If you want to wield a great axe and defend your fellow adventurers in battle, the Paladin and their protector fighting style would be a great choice. This human Paladin is a noble who should have grown up amongst wealth and privilege, but after a volcanic eruption devastated their home, they were left only with their name. They are drawn to Stormwreck Isle in search of a quiet place for contemplation. Now for our Lightfoot Halfling Rogue. This sneaky, underhanded character can be great fun to play. If you enjoy the finer things in life but aren't so keen on having to pay for them, this is your hero. They're stealthy and cunning. They work in the shadows and are more focused on agility than brute strength. They're masters of covert dialect and code, allowing them to communicate in a secret language. As a Lightfoot halfling, their small stature and natural nimbleness lends itself well to hiding amongst a crowd to quietly pick pockets, while their incredible luck can get them out of a bind if they target the wrong mark. Halflings are naturally lucky, which means when they roll a 1, they can re-roll for a new result. Trust us, it'll come in handy. When it comes to combat, rogues excel when they have the advantage, dishing out extra damage if they strike unseen or gang up on an enemy with their friends. This halfling's got the lead on a big score somewhere on Stormwreck Isle, so if you're the treasure-seeking, sneaky type, you'll have no problems slipping through the shadows with this character. And finally, we have our High Elf Wizard. If you want to play an intelligent, studious magic user with a keen mind and a quick wit, this is a spellbinding choice. Wizards are different from clerics as their magic comes from years of studying and harnessing arcane powers. We're talking late nights in the library, reading tome after tome by waning candlelight to learn the secrets of magic. And it's not all pulling a rabbit out of your hat. You can knock enemies off their feet with a wave of thunder, summon a flaming ball of fire, and teleport up to 30 feet, among other things. High Elves are known for their sharp intellect, making this character both a talented wizard and a great person to have on your quiz team. Armed with a spellbook and a roster of spells, they're off to Stormwreck Isle in search of a source of lost knowledge. If unearthing magical secrets and breaking the laws of the universe to weave masterful spells, the wizard's robes might be the right fit for you. When first starting out, it's a good idea to try different races and classes to see what you're more drawn to. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy combat when you channel divine energy to smite your foes or sneak around the battlefield to get the upper hand. Whether it's playing something you resonate and feel familiar with, or perhaps embodying a character who is so far removed from yourself you'll find something that really gets you excited for each Dungeons & Dragons session. Once you've chosen your character and given them a name, you can take a look at your character sheet and start thinking about other ways to make them yours. Check out our video on how to roleplay for tips on doing just that. You'll also want to think about your personal goal and how you can use that to inspire even more of your hero's backstory. If you want to develop a backstory that ties in with someone else's character, make sure to speak to them and the Dungeon Master so you can all come up with a story together. D&D is all about having fun as a group, and no two characters are the same, so be as creative as you want. For your first session, take some time to read through your character sheet. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize anything. The more you play, the more familiar you'll become with all your abilities and powers. It's a good idea to have a pen and paper to take notes too. The only other thing you need is your imagination. And that's everything you need to begin your first session with the D&D starter set. Whatever you choose to bring to the table, we've no doubt this will become the first of many quests. So, may your dice roll well and happy adventuring!